I have some few questions for him. I know he's supported by very strong people behind him. I've seen Mr. Butler, who is an industry player. My brother, a few questions. The Public Utility Workers Union of TUC, over the years, have been against the privatization of ECG. Recently, I saw your minister inaugurate a committee to look at the privatization of ECG. What is your view on that?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think my minister's discussion or his take on the privatization of ECG is something that has become very necessary. We all can actually witness currently some issues that is going on with respect to ECG. So ECG currently needs capital injection. There are a lot of inefficiencies in the system. And I believe that bringing on board the private sector will play a very key role in resolving some of these challenges and also to make them financially buoyant to ensure that we have consistent and stable power supplies. So, Mr. Chairman, I think that even though the TUC has raised concerns, I think the direction that the minister has actually articulated is actually in the interest of Ghana and also for ECG.
You have a follow-up?
No, I don't.
Or next?
I think he has a follow-up.
Oh, you have a follow-up. Okay, please go ahead.
Boss, congratulations. Just a follow-up on this. While looking at privatization, over the years, it's normally about foreign players coming into the industry. Would you want to consider local players or a clearly local team that would take charge? Because that sector is a very important one. If you leave it out to foreign participants, I'm sure we'll not be able to pay for the tariffs that they will hit for us. Would you consider, institutional and local investors who would want to participate in this?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, in the first place, I would like to draw attention that the privatization that it's been discussed, that is not to say that the whole ECG is going to be privatized. It is a section of their activities, mainly when you look at the distribution and then, or normally what is the billing, and then the collections is what the government is looking at privatizing, and that is to bring in private companies. This in companies, I think, Mr. Chairman, I would say that I have not had extensive discussion with my minister, but I believe that Ghana we have the Local Content Act. So whatever it is, it will not be left in the hands of foreign players. There would be private players if there need be.
Can I continue?
Yes, please.
All right. So, my brother, the MPA rolled out a program they call the cylinder recirculation model. It has encountered some fierce resistance in terms of its mode of implementation from the LPG marketing companies. And I have a press release from the LPG marketing companies where they reiterate the agreement with MPA and think that this model can exit with the refilling model. Are you aware of this particular CRM policy?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The CRM, I am very much abreast with the CRM. But I must say, Mr. Chairman, currently, my minister have not given me his indication on the CRM. But I would say, I'm saying this on my own to say that I think that the CRM, because I have been an industry player, well, the lesson I can say is that there's a need for us to engage the players. it is not enough to say that we should suspend the program entirely. But it is important, if I get opportunity, I would advise my minister to engage the local players, that is the players currently in the system, and also to get to know their real issues and the concerns that they have raised, vis-a-vis what the regulator is also proposing. Currently, I know they are running it concurrently. The CRM is in place, and then the local players also have theirs, that is the bottling, the usual bottling one is also, so they are running it parallelly. But I think that it is important for us to not just brush it away, but sit down with them and then engage. I was in a meeting just about a week ago, and I heard the leader of the LPG distributors who made a strong case on this issue. So I would actually speak with my minister for us to consider having engagement with them. And I believe that the reports that will come out will determine whether it should be pursued or to be suspended. Thank you.
Chairman, I think I have my last one. For the past 3 weeks to 1 month, we've been experiencing some intermittent power situations, especially from those of us from the Ashanti region. And in my constituency specifically, the lights goes off at 6 p.m. The light goes off at 6 p.m., comes up around 1 a.m. And it's happening especially in Ashanti region. There's been news reportage on that. And the reality on the ground is that not only Ashanti region, but other regions are experiencing the same. I just want to find out from you, is DUMSOR back?
No. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to assure my brother that DUMSOR is not back. We all experienced a period of DUMSOR, and we know what we went through in terms of even the time of when the lights goes off. There were shadows and all those things. What we see now, I cannot deny the fact that there has been some packet of some light, the light going off in some areas, but that has not been something that you can describe as DUMSOR. However, I want to alert you that I believe that you are just the immediate past Deputy Minister for Energy, and then you know that currently the West African gas pipeline is under maintenance, and most of our thermal plants use the gas from Nigeria. Those coming from Takrady, because the pipeline is being worked on, we cannot bring the product from even Takrady. And then also, government have made provision for liquid fuel to supplement it. However, there are some plants which are exclusively LPG, which I think that once there is a maintenance work, they may not get the needed gas to power the plants. And then also, I would want to add that I listened to my minister on TV, and West African Pipelines gave assurance that by the 6th of March, they will be done with their maintenance work. And I believe that once that is done, we will get enough gas to power the thermal plants. And this sense, you will not see it again. At least with my minister in place and myself, we work and make sure that this narrative of DUMSOR will never come up again.
Please, please. I don't want to argue with my brother. Oh, I follow up. Take your time. I don't want to argue with my brother, but I like his honesty that he says we are experiencing some challenges. I wish you well, my brother. I wish you well.
Thank you.
Honorable nominee, I know that you are eloquent, you are competent to answer the questions put before you. But please, stay within what you are here for, and that is being vetted for a deputy minister designated. You are not here to talk about policy issues, because you will support the policies of your substantive minister so that we can smoothen this process. Just word of advice.